Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to show you one of the corded models from the Bosch Pro range, the GBH 228F rotary hammer drill. You'll see, it's a pretty powerful machine, but I won't say any more for now. Let's check it out in the next segment. See you in a moment. So here is the rotary hammer drill in question, the Bosch Pro GBH 228F. As you can see, it's a pretty hefty machine with 880 watts of power. When it comes to handling, let's be honest, it's not the lightest machine I've ever seen, since it weighs 3.5 kilograms. That's the total weight of the machine. So as you can see, using both hands, it's honestly pretty manageable to carry. But it's true that with just one hand, it's a bit tricky, especially since most of the weight is toward the front. As for the main handle, it has a pretty comfortable grip. The trigger is very wide, so you can use it with one or two fingers. Right above it, there's the direction switch, which is a bit stiff. I recommend using two fingers for it, since you can operate it either with your thumb or your index finger. And finally, there's a little lock button that lets you keep the machine on so you don't get tired holding the trigger, and you can focus on drilling. When it comes to settings, it's all pretty standard with 4 different positions. Of course, there's the regular drilling mode, the hammer drilling mode, the chiseling mode, and then an extra position that lets you rotate the chisel so you can set it at the angle you want, especially useful if, for example, you want to remove floor tiles. As for the chuck, it's also a pretty standard one, an SDS Plus type. To install a bit, you just insert it, and then to remove it, you pull on the collar. Nothing complicated. But one of the special features of this rotary hammer is that you can simply change the chuck. So here, if you want to switch from an SDS Plus chuck to a keyless chuck, you see there's an extra collar. You snap the chuck into place, it's set, and now you can use it. And finally, before we get to the demonstration, let's talk a bit about this machine's features. As I mentioned earlier, this is a machine with an 880 watt motor capable of spinning the chuck at 900 revolutions per minute, with a striking rate of 4,000 blows per minute. But above all, the big advantage of this rotary hammer is that it delivers an impact energy of 3.2 joules, which is quite significant, and really allows you to drill efficiently into hard materials, especially concrete. In fact, this Berkiner rotary hammer can drill up to 28 millimeters in concrete, which is relatively high compared to other machines I've seen on the market. As for the accessories that come with this machine, it'll depend a bit on the pack you choose. In my case, I have the secondary handle and the depth stop, which are pretty standard. Then, as an option, you can get the second chuck, which is a keyless chuck. And in my case, everything came in an L-box style carrying case. Now let's see how this machine performs in action by drilling into a concrete block with a 10mm bit. Of course, I set it to hammer mode with rotation to see how it drills into this type of material. Honestly, there was no difficulty at all. The drilling was quick and efficient. As you saw in the demonstration, this machine really delivers in terms of performance, since it has a striking rate of 4,000 blows per minute and a striking power of 3.2 joules. That's pretty significant, and it's what allowed this machine to drill very efficiently and, above all, very quickly. In terms of handling, I do find this machine a bit heavy, since it weighs 3.5 kilograms. But in the end, with the two handles, the main handle, the secondary handle, and especially the little button that lets you keep the trigger engaged, it really makes drilling easier, especially for longer drilling jobs. So those are definitely some positive points. And as for the power cord, it's true that I haven't mentioned it in this video, but just so you know, the cord is about 4 meters long, a little less than 4 meters, so that will already give you enough mobility when you're drilling. And finally, regarding the price, you should know that this machine is sold for around 225 euros. That's the price for the machine, in its case, with the L-box, the secondary handle, and of course the depth stop. So it's a really great price considering its performance, and this type of motor. And on top of that, it's part of the Bosch Pro range, which is the quality line. So as usual, if you're interested in this machine, feel free to check the description. I'll include links to different retailers, at least those offering the best prices for this machine. That's it. This video is now coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't hesitate to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And in any case, I'll see you very soon for a new video. Bye.